overall. God damn.
Oh, you really not gonna want to play me.
Yeah, your shit 96. Yeah, I heard your shit 96. Yeah.
95
that's
defense,
ridiculous.
96 all overall, 97 offense.
What color you got on, Craig? I know you probably ain't even pick.
I ain't even picked the color. Whatever color it come with, I don't know.
You away, so it should be straight.
My shit's white.
Oh shit! But I didn't go white.
Yeah, I just.
Okay, let's do the old school joints. Yeah. Do an old school joint. We got the almighty Bucs. Super Bowl favorites right now, Bucs. I always seem to get the Super Bowl favorites. Last year we played the Cards. This year we played the Bucs. It's just like year one we played.
I don't think we had the Cardinals as a Super Bowl favorite ever.
I mean, when they started getting into the end, when we got into the playoffs, they was a favorite to me. They had the bye.
You was favorite.
They had the hell, not with no bye. I don't think I should have been favorite. That's why everybody had to. I didn't even have the bye.
Oh yeah, fuck, they had a bye last year.
Yeah, that's what I said. He was favorite to me. He had the bye. I knew he was gonna get there. Like, you know what I'm saying, you got one game and then you're at the NFC Championship. That's your dream right there. Alright, fellas.
Good luck, coach.
Good luck, coach. Lock in, baby.
Y'all two stretching out, we real talking.
Nah, that's sure. Lock in.
We know this coach. We know these coaches. We know these players since season 1.
We'll update the game, where they at, what's going on in the big games, the game of the week.
Something to say?
Yes, sir. Let me set this man talk up, baby. Let me work this shit out. Where is YouTube at? Get my playlist together. Shit at me. Game of Thrones, baby. Got skills, baby. Got skills, baby.
On the year following their latest victory, and during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night, 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought I did a whole nother play. Oh my goodness. I'm mad as hell, man. What the fuck is going on? Say clock in, Craig. Oh my god.
We got a mobile quarterback. Don't forget, no more Brady. No more Brady. No more Brady. Check old guy. Check old guy.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up
On a late night, I need my co-host right now, cause we are live. We are live. Just waiting to post it. And then chat. That's just the way we at.
Another coach, that's too easy.
Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going
RTS.
forward. Limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Doubles. Run. Vaughn. What the fuck you doing? Don't run away from that nigga. Don't be scared, Vaughn. You better tackle that nigga.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. For a lot of people, the MVP award means the quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week.
MVP.
They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
What's going on, man? Good afternoon, good evening, 5 o'clock East Coast time, and hits the franchise guru with the forever shooting and spitting at bars.
Oh, you gotta get out of here, Malik Harrison.
You're gonna hear a whole bunch of talking in the background. We got a locked-in game of the week right now. New York Giants versus the Tampa Bay.
Good job, fellas. Good job, fellas.
Nah, it's tribute to his
Warren Sapp just scored. All right, so is that a 7-0 ball game?
That is 7-0 ball.
Tampa Bay goes down in their first drive and put it in the end zone with the number 99 tight end.
He's also streaming this though, so whoever's watching his YouTube can hear.
Top Tier Craig YouTube channel is the channel you can watch to watch the game. The game of the week. At the same time, we real talking like a motherfucker right now. I appreciate all you guys that are locked in. Cowgirls, let's go Bucs. Let's go Bucs. Them NFC East guys are always rooting for the other team's opponent, man. They don't want to see y'all winning at all over here. You gotta have that. That's the best division in football and Game of Thrones, for sure. This is my little plugs going on right now. We have a new coach took over the LA Rams. Thanks to Coach McCoy. Appreciate you getting us a user. His username is Cowboys Coach, so I'm assuming he's a Cowboys fan. And, you know, we replaced a bow with another bow. What's his shit? Bowlific or some shit like that?
I don't know, Bo Peace.
But we got a new coach there, and we also bringing a new but old familiar face. The coach that used to coach the Buffalo Bills are now got hired for the Cleveland Browns job. Heartless Coach Jr. is back, and he will be managing the Cleveland Browns, dirty-ass Ohio team over there right now. I tell you one thing, he's coming into a really good situation right now. That Cleveland Browns team is really, really good. It's loaded, you know, they were coachless. They had issues over there between Baker Mayfield, the coaching staff right now. And the way I see it, Baker thinks he got that coach fired, Shogun, and we know there's a rookie quarterback over there that's waiting to show Baker that it's not his team.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were
I'm very interested to see, you know, what he does, you know, what this new coach brings, what philosophy he brings to the football team. Could it be a different philosophy that would call for some changes, or, you know, is he going to, you know, cook with the ingredients already there?
Well, I think they're kind of going into a good situation. I would want to know what that tight end situation look like over there. You know, this coach has that West Coast offense that Bill Walsh plays. I think they got the team for it. They got the type of weapons out there to be able to do that type of football. So he's coming into a good situation. And not for nothing, he has a Nick Chubb who, you know, has kind of fell off the map right now. But he has a running back that's definitely a top running back in the league. That's still there with a whole bunch of Michelin tires left. You know what I'm saying? He can run. And I think that's a great combination with Nick Chubb in that backfield and that West Coast style of offense that this Coach Jr. is going to bring to the table with this Browns team. I think things move very differently over there. Although I think they're going to have a quarterback controversy over there, I can almost guarantee Baker Mayfield will be on the block. And probably will no longer be a part of the Cleveland Browns organization. And we have a woo baby. Did that go to the crib? Knotted up 7-7, and the New York Giants just took it up top. Who he scored with?
DK.
And mighty DK. Right up top. Mr. Metcalf is in the end zone. So I'm assuming Ronald Jones scored the first rushing touchdown today?
Tight end.
Tight end. Oh no, nah, tight end. I wasn't no shot at nothing. I was just saying. I thought Ronald because I heard you saying MVP. Oh yeah, number 99 Shogun did say Mr. Warren shot. 99 tight end over there, Jenkins. All right, well, we in locked into a deadlock 7-7 ball game, first quarter, gentlemen. All right, so as we talking in real talk, we got a nice little show for you. Obviously, you know, our most famous part of the real talk shows are starting to become the debate segments, and we have a lot of conversations to talk about. Tampa Bay at Indianapolis last night. Sheesh, I don't even want to talk about it. But we did hold up. Let me get out of here and go to something real fast. Go to the schedule. The schedule right now, guns. We got some things that happen out here. Since I'm in schedule, we're gonna stay there for a second, and I'm gotta go over here for a second. Give me a second. You go to the schedule, and what we're about to look at is funny as hell, in my opinion. I was pissed off. Let's go back.
Wow.
Oh shit. Thank you.
Stand with me, buddy.
Kick out of bounds. Nope. Oh, block him.
Alright. I had to go do that, man. We had 2 shutouts. I haven't seen a shutout. I think the Denver Broncos is the only person to get a shutout in our league thus far in season 3. And the old coach for the Rams pissed us off on the on the Ball with the Guru episode one late night, and we 45-0 donut him on his way out the league. And then you come down here in a friendly game that didn't become friendly. Right now, Mike told Craig to kiss his ass 2 times to the left and right cheek. Kiss it. 77-0 over here. The Bucs went into Indianapolis and home 77 up on them, and then return gave them 0. I'm out of there. We're gonna talk about that. I'm not playing my boy Mike out. We have to talk about it, but we start off the whole conversation right now with what the playoff tree look like right now. And on the NFC side of things, we have an undefeated team that's being challenged right now in the game of the week. The Tampa Bay Bucs are holding down the number 1 seed right now, and they really got a 2-game lead over the rest of the teams that can actually play, but still a lot of football left. Are y'all locked in still 7-on-7 right now?
Yeah. Yes, I'll be giving every score.
Best co-host in the world. So, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are holding down the number 1 seed. We will talk about the seeding and scenarios in this situation right now. If the playoffs did start today, you will have the number 2 seed playing the number 7 seed, and that would be the Arizona Cardinals playing the Washington football team. Now, Washington has been in this situation for the first 3 seasons, where they're somewhere between 5, 6, and 7. They're playing down the stretch for their playoff lives right now. They are on a 3-game losing streak right now, and we've seen this story over.
Yeah, punt that.
Over.
I already know. That's the sad part. That's the sad part.
And over again. Did I hear somebody punting, following the rules right now?
We both punted.
I was going to say, we had an issue earlier in the game where it wasn't a punt.
He knew what I wanted to do.
My text message went crazy.
Good block in the back. Good block in the back right there, fellas.
So, Shoguns, man. What's going on with the Washington football team? They start off hot every year, and then they go on a decline down the stretch where, they're not winning ball games, and they're fighting for their playoff lives right now. And this time they're in a worse situation because they are already at the 7th seed, and if they can't get it turned back around and start learning how to win late, is it just this team die out with it? Is it conditioning? What is it that makes them die out so late like this?
I'm not sure. I try to look at it from a conditioning standpoint. I try to look at it from a scheduling standpoint, but they always seem to have a brutal second half schedule, especially the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, well, because it starts with their division first, right? That no matter who they play over there, that's a brutal situation to play. They all are, like, again, best division in football right now. Me personally, I just think it's on the coach. I don't think it's the players. I think this team is well conditioned. I think they can finish. I think they can finish. They got the makeup to finish. They are young. We still know they are one of the younger teams in that division. But I think it comes down to the coach. I think the way he plays football down the stretch. Like, just think about it. He started off. Remember when we talked about the best running backs in the NFC? And when we went 1, 2, 3, it was Ronald Jones at 3, and at 2 it was Antonio Gibson, and at 1 it was Mostert. And since then, that has fell off. And I think that's the issue. I just think they put their young quarterbacks into bad situations where they're throwing a lot of turnovers from the quarterback position, and I think that comes down to play calling. Also, they got one of the better defenses, but when that defense is on the field way too much and they don't have like coming on the field playing after a turnover is the hardest thing to do. So imagine coming on the field playing all game, second half, after turnover after turnover after turnover, and the other team takes momentum, and your defense is not going to be able to play the way they should be playing because the offense really ain't helping that defense out, in my opinion. So I honestly think it's a coaching situation. I think they gotta buckle down and and kind of play how they played in the beginning, man. Where you gotta swallow your pride sometimes, man. You can't be the guy and be like, I don't feel like just running the ball. But that running the ball had you 7-1 when before you met the Giants. You know what I'm saying? Like 6-1. Antonio Gibson was the reason why you were winning your ball games. And again, scheduling does get a little tighter going down the stretch, so you can add that to the mix. But that goes to my theory even more. To be able to play playoff football down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's go, baby!
Tighter, then you gotta do some things where you gotta keep yourself in a situation. So we have a tune in right now. What happened over there? Breaking news. What the hell happened?
We just had a huge loose. First we had a couple of ankle breakers, then Ronald Jones just went loose down the sideline. We are now 14-7. Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the MVP.
What the fuck was that?
Two-time MVP runner Ronald Jones takes it to the crib. You know how long the run was? 40.
40?
About a 40-yard. Oh my God.
Maybe 50. It might have been more. I think that mid fucking.
Yeah, it was. I was close. I was at like midfield, swear.
God damn.
Hope that shit long run shorty. That might be the reason. McCoy, that might be the reason why the game did that. I'll talk to you after the podcast show. Alright, so Washington football team, man, I do think they can make the playoffs. I think they should make the playoffs again. But if they don't, if they don't buckle down and really take the pressure off those young quarterbacks, and Guns, I'm gonna sit here and say Doolittle might be in sophomore slump.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Slump shit with these quarterbacks.
Yeah, now, some of the rumors going around was he was, the coaching staff actually allows him to make changes at the line of scrimmage, and I think that's a little too early, for a second-year quarterback.
Right. And then giving him too much, opening the playbook up a little too much. I do think that, I think this coach is a good football coach, right?
Give me that shit. Oh, you better fucking not. Hundo, nigga. The fuck out of here, yo.
Go get that Metcalf every time. Hundo.
Moss Riley's out here, man. Can't say Metcalf. He got Metcalf. He got to say Moss. He thought he got that. He said, let me get that. And then I heard Hundo. That turned me right into a Moss. I already know it. He got a Hundo on him. He got Hundo. All right, so, again, man, I'm still stuck with Washington football team.
Get the fuck out of here.
Guys, we got a really good game going right now. And what I would say is this. I can care less about their interruptions and their outbursts and things like that because they are locked in. And this is original football. This is authentic. So I need y'all to process this and hear their energy while they're playing their game, man. This is a tough game
this
right
nigga's
here.
okay.
Very big game.
I'm about to say
this is a perfect example of how people in our league, how they care about the game. So you guys are able to hear people that are just like the dude who said, they're in game right now. You're hearing the coaches arguing with the referees, shouting at the players.
Talking to their player, you know what I'm saying? Like their interaction with their team during the course of a game shows you their involvement.
Let's go, nigga!
And there we go. You know what I'm talking about? You hear that shit.
You're not getting that shit no fucking goal line. You better fucking disguise that shit, nigga.
There we go. All right, man. So again, man, we back on this football team, the 7th seed right now in the NFC right now. Guns, if they don't get it together, man, and that coach kind of like shorten that playbook a little bit and play, and start to play more safe football, I think they're gonna find themselves on the outside looking in this year. I don't think they're gonna better slip into the playoffs for a third straight season, coming into the playoffs with a losing streak.
Yeah, they can't go on a losing streak, because if you look at some of these teams that are right now on the outside,
looking in there,
a lot of similar, similar records, or they're really, really close.
Right.
And we now are on the merge of a tie ball game again.
Oh my God.
Let's start football.
So we are tied right now, 14-15.
Fullback dive for the New York Giants they're kicking the extra point now, and we are tied 14-14.
What do you do?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one.
Yes, sir. We in there. Let's go. All right, man. So we're going to kick it and keep kicking it right now. All right, so we look on the other side of things right now. You have a familiar matchup, two teams that play each other. I do think the Broncos have the advantage over the Chiefs record-wise if they win a game. But every here and there, the Chiefs show the Broncos you're not just going to keep dominating us or this division. And that's 2 versus 7 right now, man. The Broncos is quiet this year. We don't hear no noise from them. We did see them shaking up the league a little bit with a couple of blockbusters a few weeks back. They are running with Kellen Mond at this point now, star quarterback. He's been in their system for a few weeks now. I don't know how much of the playbook he has right now, but I do know the coach is smart enough to understand, let him grow with this team while they're playing. But they're playing really good football, and it's quiet, and none of us are paying attention to it right now. And I don't know if that might be scary, that you're not really paying attention to them. They're flying under the radar right now. And you know what happens with teams that fly under the radar. They start to surprise you a little later, and then they're not under the radar no more. And then once they get loud, everybody starts paying attention to them. Sometimes it changes their situation right now. But I do like this matchup. I think if I'm Rich the Barber, I want this matchup. If this matchup tells Rich the Barber, we get over this game, we can win this ball game right here. If this was the matchup going forward, we can win this ball game right now. We're making a statement to the Broncos and saying that we're not going anywhere. I don't know if, how many games are left, and I don't know their records per se to see if the Chiefs have an opportunity or the Chargers have an opportunity to still try to win this division, or is it a lock for the Broncos again for the 3rd straight season, winning their division. But the 2 versus 7 game is always a hard game, Guns, because they're playing each other for the 3rd time in the same season.
Right.
Always hard.
Yeah, it's definitely, extremely hard to beat a team, 3 times in 1 year.
Yes, sir. And then, the emergence of Hilaire for them, man. Hilaire over there balling. Rich the Barber is really giving that boy the football. And to me, he's one of those running backs that we're not talking about at all. And he's productive as shit. He's really been carrying his team when you think, Mahomes want to fling it around and, throw to those guys. Tyreek and Kelsey getting very old. They do have a young receiver that they're up and coming, and I don't know if Hardman can take over for Tyreek, but he does have the speed to be able to take over for Tyreek. They also, I think they're in that stage where they need to win now. If not, it's going to be a reset on this offense right now, because I can see in the next year or two, Mahomes throwing some new weapons.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, I think that maybe with the emergence of Hilaire, that may be a symbol that he's transitioning, the team early, or at least experimenting with changing the how the offense flows. Most of the time, it goes through the tight end, it goes through the receivers. Maybe he's trying to see how the offense looks going through Hilaire.
Right, because he is a bell cow over there. He gets the ball a lot.
Just a quick plug.
McCoy, what's going on, buddy? I'm glad you're on here. Just want to give you quick information. You just made a custom playbook. I know you said you played with it. Your players disappeared.
Oh, wow.
So his players disappeared on the field.
Can't believe you let him get in front of him like that.
That's a familiar situation. These things happen with new playbooks. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go back to your playbook and look at your situational play calling and your first and goal plays, your second and long, second and short, third and look at those plays and make sure they match the custom plays you have in your playbook. All right, because usually say you started off with the 49ers playbook and then you start adding and subtracting formations. The situational Jones don't go. They stay with the 49ers playbook. So if you took anything out and those situational plays are still from the 49ers book, but you don't have that play in your book anymore, that's why your game is going to drop, or that's why your game or your players will disappear and shit like that. So I will go back and check that. That's you the plug. I was going to text you and tell you that. But I see that you're on, so I'm going to tell you that now. So go look at the situational play calling from first and short, first and goal, all those type of plays, and make sure they match the plays you still have in your custom playbook. So those plays have to be from 51 sets you got.
Hit that nigga.
Wow.
Hit that nigga. Number one defense in the league. Give me that shit, nigga.
They definitely are. That Bucs team is the number one defense in the league.
Oh, here we go. We got a
right
fumble. We have ourselves a fumble 6.
A fumble, pick up and score, scoop and score. Hold up, was that Saquon that fumble?
No.
No, he tried to do weak ass wide receiver in.
Who was it?
A little jet sweep.
It was Toomer.
Oh, the young practice squad guy. Coming up, he
He
said
can't play in big games like this.
he COVID-19 that bitch. He COVID coughed that bitch up. Oh my God.
He can't play in big games like this.
You can't get a turnover and give it right back offense. That's not the
Oh
privilege.
my God. He slid that in there. Let us know he had a turnover first, but turned it right back over. Slid that in there a little bit. A little bit of pow pow. Okay, yeah. A little slide in right now, though.
That's not the privilege we have, young buck.
But I will say this about the playoff tree again, though. Rich the Barber is in, to me, he should be in a little bit of crisis situation right now because you are transitioning. We know Tyreek got to be 30 years old right now.
Give me that shit. Oh my goodness, that nigga is making catches, boy.
See how I called that good throw before? Oh my God, Russ.
Ooh. That's threatening needle. He ain't gonna get all of them. He ain't gonna get all of them.
Oh my God, Russ.
He ain't gonna get all of them.
Russ, come on, baby, let's go.
Dangerous.
Yeah, Dangerous is playing with fire right now.
He not. Is he dangerous or he dangerous right now?
Nah, he playing dangerous. He throwing the ball right now for real,
Yeah,
bro.
he's dangerous.
Yes, sir.
Hit that 5, nigga.
Alright, so we slide through all the competitions. Again, we want them on headset while they're playing this game. We want you guys to, see the energy, man. And how guys really look at their teams while they're playing, man. I mean, I argue with myself. I argue with everything when I'm playing a game, right? I even say some things that might offend some of the users I'm playing.
Give me that shit, nigga! Fuck you doing?
So gay. I can't with the bad animation. Don't do that.
Uh-oh. Dangerous out there throwing picks like
Yeah, I told you he ain't gonna keep squeezing them Johns in, bro. I keep saying that shit, bro. You ain't gonna keep squeezing them in.
Oh, shit. Come on, man. Don't do me like that, man.
Don't give me a holding. Come on, dog. Don't do me that shit.
Yeah, your guns max out that bitch. Trying to fling that motherfucker like he don't got Saquon over there. Oh my God, what's going on? That coach over there struggling, stretching. Can't get it again? Oh shit.
It was a tough throw. We had to try
tough throw. Yes, sir. Danger Rusty out this bitch. We're getting together. Come on, Max. Get it together. Get it the fuck together. Bear with me, because I ain't got no life.
Even if that corner didn't get that pick, I saw that play. The safety immediately broke back.
He played the fuck out of that.
Yeah. Threw the ball. He immediately broke back. So,
who was it? Was it Craig Williams?
No, it was Palomalo.
It was Palomalo. I think I was about to say Palomalo the safety, but the pick was on pick was on Murphy's Bunting.
Yeah, one of them corners, man. I got the
Get the fuck out of here. That wasn't no fumble. Yeah, he was down. He was down.
Come on, Madden. Work with me. Work with me,
Alright,
Madden.
fellas. number 3 seed versus the number 6 seed right now. If the playoffs was to start today in the NFC, we will face the
What?
New York Giants at home.
Oh, they're
versus the traveling
cheating, dog. Oh,
49ers.
Madden is fucking.
They gave him the fumble.
No, Madden is fucking getting out on me, bro.
Let me explain it. Let me explain it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, what it was Craig chose the wrong one because there was a fumble that was called. It wasn't really a fumble, but then there was also a penalty when Maxson covered it. It was a block in the back. So by accepting the penalty,
I declined
you
it.
accepted the fumble.
I declined it.
I mean, by declining the penalty, you still
Yeah,
Declined that it ever happened, basically, in the standpoint. Like that.
Yeah, exactly. The play never. Oh my goodness, dog.
Oh wow, that's big.
Man, just. I mean, man.
It's bad coaching, coach. It's bad coaching.
Get the fuck
It's
out of
bad
here.
coaching. Don't want to hear that shit. Get
Fuck
back
y'all.
coaching. It's bad coaching.
Fuck you.
We're gonna talk about that on motherfucking.
It's already over with. You gotta let that go now.
Let that go. Alright, so guns. Right now with the playoffs we just start our 3 seed will be the New York Giants.
Stay off that turbo.
49ers right now. The 49ers coach Drew been playing all his games this year, man, and he had the 6th seed right now. And I think he can go up or down on this on the playoff tree right now.
We have ourselves a tie game again.
Thank you, Madden guys.
37 seconds left before halftime. We had 21-21.
21-21. Shoot
Yeah,
out right
we
now.
at prime times right now. 21-21.
Thank you, Madden guys.
Now
Thank you,
getting
Madden.
back to Drew. Now this may be the game of the week, but there's a matchup with the 49ers versus the Bengals.
That shit ain't getting played. This motherfucker don't get home at 12 o'clock in the morning. Man. Won't be no matchup tonight. Sorry, coach. I had told Craig and I should have played that shit last night. The fuck? There ain't gonna be no I don't think that's a forced win either though. For no circumbob either. He's trying to keep DMing me and shit, all his reach outs and shit. He on point. You know what? Maybe we do hold the lead for them, bro. Motherfucking, even though I don't like this nigga right now, circumbob is, he in the chat, posting shit like like we on some fuck shit over there, but then he DMing me all day every day and he texting me all day every day about making sure he's keeping up this shit right now. So I mean he's locked in. I'm glad we got him locked
49ers
in.
versus Bengals are scheduled for 8:30 Eastern.
Oh yeah, oh good. We get to watch that, another big time game. Now let me ask you this: how important is that game for both those teams? To be honest with you,
that game is very important because we've already looked at the 49ers schedule down the stretch when we went through the NFC a few weeks ago. So that game is extremely important. But also in reference to if the 49ers mess around and get that win, that's not good where the Bengals are right now in playoffs.
right?
They're holding on.
What's their record right now, in the Bengals?
Hold on, I have to leave this game.
I could do it. Go ahead. You keep your ass right where you at. We need you over there for that. I'll go over there right now and we'll see that. Let's go. All I wanna know is checking out that schedule. Whoa. I'm checking out that schedule. Checking out that. I'm here in the AFC. We looking at the Bengals. 9-3 Bengals. They in a good situation though, but Jaguars 8-4, Chargers 8-4, Chiefs 7-5, and outside of that is the Steelers, the Bills, the Patriots. We got some guys down here down the stretch that can, with 6-7 losses. There's a lot of football left, man. Some of these 7-loss teams might be in a good situation in the AFC right now. Again, so if you look at the AFC standings, you got the Ravens 12-1, the Broncos are 10-2, the Dolphins are 9-3, and they play the Patriots tonight. And you can't sleep even though the Patriots are struggling. You cannot sleep on that Patriots team. The Bengals sitting here at 9-3. First full season they played. And again, I'm just gonna keep it 100, man. They had the type of schedule that should have them 9-3 right now. Simple as that. All the teams they lost to are playoff teams. Then you go look at them playing the 49ers. This is a big time game for this team tonight. And then Jaguars at advance have a really big game against the Baltimore Ravens. That's a really good test game right there. That's a trap game, and then you got the Chargers sitting at 8-4, Chiefs at 7-5, and then you're looking at 7 lost teams: Steelers, Bills, Patriots, all are still in the mix right now. When you look at the NFC side of things, you are looking at the Buccaneers are one or two teams from in the league with already playoff spots right now. The Bucs got a Y next to them that tells me that the Bucs win their division right now. Then the Cardinals are 11-2 with a win over the Giants. The Giants are 10-2. 2 losses are to the Cardinals and the Patriots. This is why I said the Patriots can be a thorn in everybody's ass down the stretch. Bears are sitting at 9-3 and Justin Fields quiet 9-3 on a 4-game winning streak. Lions 8-4 with the quarterback change, chilling. And this is why this game is important for Drew. He wins this game. He gives himself a situation. He's 8-4 right now on 2-game winning streak, and then on the outside, very tip of the outside right now. These guys are raw dog and trying to put their shit right in. Can I just put the tip in? Damn. Football team 7-5, Cowboys 7-6, Eagles 7-6, and then still with playoff conversation still in the mix, Saints and the Panthers. So we getting funky, it's getting funky, huh? Down the stretch. And I'm talking about shit getting real like this, motherfucker really getting real right here in week 14.
All right, quick scoring update.
Okay.
We got the Buccaneers that took a field goal with 3 seconds left in the first half. They went into the half up 24-21. Second half was just started.
Who got ball first?
He got ball second half.
Okay. All right. So the Giants got the ball, and way to go down and get points.
My headset unplugged.
Fucking move, baby! Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! You gotta get the fuck. We slowing down when they gotta catch the ball, or did Russ just underthrow that? Oh my god, Russ, did you just underthrow that?
Danger Rusty, playing Danger Rusty. All right, so if the playoffs was to start today, we will have the Giants and the 49ers traveling to the Giants to be able to play Max Kellerman and these Giants. So Drew Brown and Max Kellerman will match up if that happens right there. On the other side of things, I would love to see this matchup. The Dolphins versus the Chargers. Coach Corey, Coach Carter versus Young Camden. That would be a really good matchup right now. Guns, let's talk about this Dolphins team right now, man. How do you feel about the Dolphins team right now? 3 games. Looks like they can really pretty much win this division. They will really have to lose. The Patriots got to win this game. That's the first thing. First and foremost, the Patriots got to win this game. Dolphins can lose this game and still be comfortable, but the Patriots got to win this game. But I think the Dolphins is on a mission to prove that they're the better team in that AFC. I think that mission is going to allow them to try to win that division right now. So what do you think, though? If these two teams matched up, 3 versus 6, Chargers, Dolphins, would this not be a great football game to watch?
This would be an absolutely great football game. I know they hated to, speaking of the Dolphins, they just dropped the game versus the Broncos, and I think they played them pretty tough. I think that's a good measuring stick just to show that, that they are back as far as, people better, start to pay attention to them, especially come playoff time. I think this is going to be a big game.
Now, again, who does the Chargers play? They got the Raiders, right? If that game can get played, I doubt it. I know the Raiders just in chat screaming just now. Earlier on, talking snapping and talking shit. So I don't know. I know Corey is probably at work, but this is gonna be crazy because this is how this scenario goes. Corey's gonna be like, "Yo, bro, I've been reaching out to you since last night when we advanced, but never DM'd me." And the Raiders is going to play by the rules on that end because he got him by the balls right now. He reminds me of Uncle a little bit, where he catch you knowing that you done slipped up, you ain't do the right appropriate reach out, he ain't got to play that game type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would love to see this game played because I want to see the Raiders activity. I need him to be playing, because he got to start playing his games, man. Do everything else. Got to get those games played. He said he's all the way locked back in right now, so I will hope that he will, try to get this game played, and hopefully Corey, he has till 7:30 to try to get this game scheduled. Hopefully Corey will do what he got to do to get this game played right now because, guys they be wasting their records for no reason. Just don't do nothing. It's the same shit week after week after week. We all know
no sir.
Games have to be scheduled by 7:30 every night. by 7:30. The league wants to be advanced by 9. No later than 9:30 should games be started. At the end of the day, right? So why guys don't get that through their thick ass skulls, I don't know. Have no idea. But we got to do. You want a break? I'm on a real talk. I'm gonna send it to you and then I'm gonna call you. All right, love you.
They got to him here in the second half.
Yep.
Come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Hell yeah. That's exactly what I want right there. Yep. Both of them.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Listen, you walking out of there at a reasonable time or not?
Now Wilson.
All right.
We want everything. He's 6'4".
We only gonna place it where we could throw it to our receivers.
Mrs. Goodell, wasn't she supposed to make a ruling on one of them quarterbacks that's supposed to be suspended for early play gate or something like that?
Hey man,
my quarterback might be getting suspended. Oh my God, we ain't giving no breaks. They gave him the playbook.
He's not been to one strip club since he's been in New England.
Yeah, but the other guy had the playbook early and shit. 4 weeks before he even went to the team and shit, cheating out and shit. You hear this shit, babe? You on the ass. Tell Antonio Todd he about to get suspended, so he better motherfucking do something.
Field goal by the Giants now has a score tied 24-24.
Better do something. All right, sweet. So I'll call you back off the real talk.
We are locked in. We are double champ Baileys right now.
Why you falling to the foul?
Double champ Baileys, 24-24. They balling. So, but look, man, listen, man. I know we all over the place, and I fuck with the guys that fuck with us on the podcast show. Here we go. This is what I like about the Dolphins. Young Dan Marino is over there holding shit down. They got a good running back over there. I'm gonna leave here for a second and get off the scheduling real fast and stay where I'm at. But I'm gonna go.
Oh, get the fuck out of it! Oh my goodness.
What do you do?
Oh, you's a lucky. He's a lucky.
See you, Craig.
You got lucky, motherfucking man. Oh, you got lucky.
Thank you, Madden.
Hey, man, been belling this nigga all game, man.
Ronald Jones just tripped over a blade of grass in that tank.
Oh wow. Alright. Yo, Guns, we're looking at young Dan Marino Jr. on the season right now.
He looking for the flat.
9 yards. 247 completions to 373 at a 66% completion ratio. 41 touchdowns to 26 INTs. Sky's throwing for 376 yards a game right now. Been sacked 26
before.
times.
Be
careful, that's Von Taylor, motherfucker!
Yes,
oh, they're cheating! They're cheating!
Man knows me. They owe me.
I had 3 Giants around. How the fuck nobody's picking up the
you're not getting the ball no more.
Oh my God, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
MVP saving.
There's a lot of fumbles happening in this game.
Bro,
we got some fucking hitters out here.
We hit stick, bro.
Man just did a makeup call for he got through.
Oh, good D!
Malik Harris, thank you, Ed. Take it to the crib. House ball. Let's go, baby. No, Malik Harrison. No, Malik Harrison. You gotta take it to the crib.
Good D.
Oh, the player. Okay, the player. Malik Harrison.
I can't be mad at that.
Baby Ravens. Who the hell is that? That's Max Kellerman. It's a little bull, bro.
I can't be mad at that.
We get the fucking turnover back. That was for you,
Ron. I'm looking to see if you got the joint. You got it. But look, man, Nuna East, man. 184 carries.
Good thing.
1,058 yards. 5.8 yards a carry. 19 touchdowns right now. Now you just, 8.2 yards right now. No fumbles. 22 broken tackles. I talked about him when we were talking about the young up-and-coming players right now, man. And I thought this was the piece that the Dolphins got that really helps their offense out big time right now. He's controlling the run game right now. 184 carries. The next man closest to him is Justin Harris for 24. Some dude with a high pitch voice. So Guns, my question to be for you is Nuna East, Jalen Waddle, and Dan Marino Jr. are the new triplets for the Dolphins, like the Cowboys had with Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, and Emmitt Smith.
Carter's here too?
thing I like about the Dolphins is that the Dolphins have always displayed a good. He may not have to have the, in the past, they didn't have the. They had a great running back by committee. They did a nice balance of running and pass, but they also would draw you in thinking that it's a runner that hit you over the top with every bases. So kind of reminiscent of the Kansas City Chiefs, offense as far as like how Waddle, how they using him the way Tyreek Hill being used in Kansas City. So.
Yeah. What I do like, all right, Waddle, he's the alpha male of the offense. Bottom line, 58 catches, 17, 18. He's going to be another 2,000-yard receiver, 20 touchdowns plus again. But we're looking at emergence is happening right now. The tight end, to me, the tight end is the fourth best player on this team on the offense with 41 catches, 609 yards. Touchdowns are down though, but we're starting to see a kid emerge right now. And Johnny Manning in his second season with 45 catches. He's going to be a 1,000-yard receiver before it's all said and done. And he also has 8 touchdowns.
Hit him before the flat. Hit him before the flat.
And out of the receivers, 58 catches here. Johnny Manning with 45. Mike Gesicki with 41. You got Terrence Favors, the superstar rookie, with 29 catches. And then you got Noon out the backfield, 40 catches. It's a lot of catches for a running back out the backfield with 40. We're starting to see a spread around right now. Like I think he just has a good handle of his offense. All right,
get the fuck out of here.
And it's the offense that they hit you with layups, and then they shoot a three. You know what I'm saying? Layups, three. And the reference is check downs, little hookups, little short shit, drags, and then woo baby. That's what the layup, three-pointer shot is. That's what it is. So Waddle is their three-point shooter, and the rest of these guys can get to the basket. You know what I'm saying? Like they get to the basket with the running back as as the guy that controls the tempo of their offense as well. So that's why I said the triplets.
I swear to God, I threw that shit 5 minutes ago, bro. I threw it 5 minutes ago. That's a rookie quarterback.
I want to hear this. Who threw the pick?
We got
good fucking shit at Dory.
Pick 6. Yeah. Now the Giants are up by 2 scores.
In the second half right now. The 72 Miami Dolphins popped their champagne bottles at the end of the night.
Hey, and not only did Max Kellerman get an interception and return it, he also got a new nickname because of that high-pitched voice. He's now Maxwell.
Maxwell, eh?
What? Maxwell, oh my God. Well, why are you talking about Maxwell? I'm talking about Jalen Waddle's the best receiver in the league, period. Who's the closest of the greatest show on turf, quarterback, running back, and 2 receivers? Like, I would say, Falk, maybe? I would say, I could say myself, too. I like that question.
When did Waddle become the best wide receiver in the league?
We debating, is he?
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
We debating. Argue why not then?
I can't. I have to come off commentators, for the game to be able to pull up the numbers. But there are other wide receivers that are already, that there are better numbers out there. I don't mind giving flowers to people. But to gloss somebody the best wide receiver, I don't think his stats are better than the wide receiver that's down in New Orleans.
It is because he got more time on the field than him right now. And you know what? Maybe not. Let's check this out. I could argue fucking he ain't better than Hollywood, but we can argue a lot of shit right now.
I was getting ready, I was gonna go.
I'm gonna just do the math right now. We're just gonna do the math real fast. Let's just do the math. Ready? Let's do the math.
Start with Foles as wide receiver. I don't think there's other wide receiver that has better numbers than Foles.
All right, let's go. Foles was a year behind her. He has a year less than most of these receivers. Let me go to the NFL. I like this conversation. Very good debate. There's Jalen Waddle, the best receiver.
You got daycare one on my man.
He say, yeah, he right because he talking about your butt ass receiver. All right, so let's go look at receivers and yards right now. So Hollywood right now with 64 catches, 2,064 yards, 21 touchdowns. We'll go over his little numbers.
Yo. I gotta chill out.
You got them badass kids in the background.
Yeah, man, they gotta get the fuck up out of here.
They beat them motherfuckers. 76 plus 60 plus 64 at this point right now. So Waddle got 200 catches in 3 seasons. Well, we don't care about the catches. We're going to talk about the yards. All right, so 2,000 at this point, 2,064 plus 1869 plus 2,575. So Waddle in 3 seasons got 6,508 yards. All right, got that, Guns? Waddle 6,508 yards. Touchdowns. Let's go through the numbers there. 6,508 yards for Waddle. I mean for Hollywood Brown. My bad. For Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown 6,508 yards. You got that? You got that jotted down? Guns?
Yeah, matter of fact, it's in the chat.
All right, 6,508 yards, Waddle in 3 seasons. All right, now let's look at touchdowns. 21.
It's a receiving time.
Waddle, that was Hollywood.
That's Ali Market, bro. They ain't even
put 27 plus 30. 78 touchdowns in 3 seasons.
Darden was blocking.
So 6,508 yards and 78 touchdowns. That's Hollywood. Hollywood. All right, now 78 touchdowns. Make sure that I get there. Now let's look at the second receiver on this list. Is J. Jawan Hudson. 78 touchdowns.
Give me that shit. He's too big.
Yes, sir.
Oh, get sir. Hey, yo, this game, boy.
Yes, sir, McKinney. I had trust in you, my boy.
You know what's crazy? He only has 2 seasons of play, so this is going to be his argument. Remember this. Hollywood got 3, Waddle got 3. We're going to talk about Rondell Moore as well, 3. A couple receivers we'll talk about. But right now, that 4,000-yard season, he had 4,341.
Exactly. You got to be kidding me, bro.
182. All right, so ready? Hudson has 6,123 yards in 2 years. Oh my God. You might be right.
You might be.
44 touchdowns plus 18 touchdowns and 62 touchdowns in 2 years. So we got his yards, right?
That's exactly what they got done.
We got his touchdowns, 62 touchdowns and 6,100 or something, 102, I think I said. All right, so
no
now
way.
let's go. 6,123, 2 seasons, 62 touchdowns. All right, Jalen Waddle is 3rd on this list. Let's go. Let's look at Jalen Waddle 3-year stats. All right. In 3 seasons, Jalen Waddle has 2,681 yards plus 2,231 plus 1718. So Waddle got 6,730 yards. And he has 21 plus 27 plus 42. Not even close. Oh shit. 6,700 and some. Hold on. He got 90 touchdowns. Remember that. Remember the touchdown. 90 touchdowns. 26, 81 plus 23, 31 plus 17, 18, 6,730 yards in 3 years and 90 touchdowns.
Sorry, boys. Now we need to stop.
All right, let's go find another one. That's worth talking about. Sheldon Ward? No way. Is he worth talking about, Sheldon Ward?
I would probably look at Moore first before Ward.
All right. What about DeAndre Hopkins in 3 seasons?
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago.
He been in Philly.
We can look at it.
We can look at the Cardinals season too.
I doubt anything from the Cardinals. The Cardinals was spreading it around. It wasn't like one or two people were eating in that offense.
But I think that goes to testament of how good this player really is. When you look at Jalen Waddle, he doesn't have another receiver over there that has had 1,000 yards outside of maybe the tight end. In the production he got better production out of receivers this year, but it's been the Jalen Waddle show completely. And then the year before, Hudson is the Hudson show. But this year, you see, it's more than Hudson now. The tight end and the other receiver are balling right now, right? And Hudson numbers is crazy for 2 seasons. When you look at Waddle, you look at DeAndre Hopkins, he had the season in Arizona 15-14, 16-28, and then 15-02. You can look at the numbers and tell he ain't gonna be up there with those guys right now. But production, 20 touchdowns, 18 touchdowns, 38, and then 17 touchdowns. He's not there. I would probably go look at a Rondell Moore before I would look at. Let's go look at Rondell Moore. I think this is the guy we could talk about as one of the better receivers in the league. And even with Rondell Moore in 3 seasons, he has 2018 plus. You really gonna disconnect this fucking game, bro? I'm in the middle of changing and going all types of shit, and they still do it, right? They gotta fix this fucking game. We ain't gonna be kicking all this bread out for Maddens, and they can't even keep us in the league. Talking about we inactive, like I ain't fucking scrolling through stats right now. You gotta be fucking kidding me. For all this shit, I come back on this talk. Waddle not better than Hudson. They going through it. They arguing their ass off. Guns, we done started something right now.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them,
we done started something right now. We're going back down and look for Rondell Moore real fast. I apologize, fellas. And we're back at Rondell and his stats. And we're looking at 2,118 plus 2,383 plus 1365. So he got 5,866 yards. Make sure you put that in the chat. 5,866 yards. 5,866 yards. Rondell Moore. Touchdowns 21 plus 33 plus 5,000. Oh my God. Should I do it again?
Yeah, you said 5,600.
I don't remember that shit. 1,365 plus 2,383 plus 2,118. 5,920. 5,920 yards. 2,118 plus 2,383 plus 1365. No, 5,866. 5,866 yards. I added touchdowns with it. 5,866. 866, so I'll remember that. I mean, you can't even argue no pass. I mean, Jawan Hudson is fucking nuts in 2 seasons because he had that really, really good first year, 4,000 plus yards. 25. Rondell got 79 touchdowns, so 5,866 and 79 touchdowns. Waddle got 90 touchdowns and he leads in yards in those 2 years. But then you look at Rondell Moore and his action and what he did, he still had 2 other receivers with one other receiver with 2,000 yards and another receiver on that team. He had 3 players with 1,000 yards. Jalen Waddle, I would say, is the Miami Dolphins passing game. Period. I can't just say that about Hudson, or I can't say it about Hollywood. But I think we can argue that Jalen Waddle is the best receiver in the league. Just like we could argue Hollywood. I think Hudson's too young to argue it. His first season was fucking ridiculous, though. But what I will say is that this year his numbers is down, but his numbers are down along with production is up from other players, so that's a positive. And I like that. And you can say the same thing with Waddle this year, too. So right now, there's 2,000-yard receivers on this team with a tight end on his way to 1,000. So at the end of the day, the Saints will have 2,000-yard receivers, and that's why the numbers of Joe Juwan Hudson is down, because they're involving, other players right now. You look at the Dolphins, you can really argue the same thing there, too. Numbers are up with other players. And especially with the run game, the Dolphins' run game is picked up, and that's why, Waddle with 58 catches, 45 here for Johnny Manning, and then Mike Gesicki right here with 41 catches. I think before it's all said and done, they'll have two guys with 2,000-yard receivers, and guys with 2 touchdowns, 2 guys with double-digit touchdowns over there. Then you look at what Hollywood's over here doing with his supporting cast. He's already at 2,064, 21 touchdowns, but Rashad Bateman has 1,480, 21 touchdowns. You also great have Puhana with going to be 1,000-yard receiver with double-digit touchdowns as well. It's over. Shoguns win again. Oh my God! So you still saying Hudson is the better receiver? That's what you saying?
Hudson is the better receiver.
Hell no. Now explain yourself. You ain't getting out before I go talk to my wife. You ain't getting out
explained
of that. Hell no.
What?
He had 1 year, bro. That 1 year of ridiculousness. That shit was retarded. That one year was crazy. Out here throwing for half a man. You ain't saying nothing but I guess you just going with the numbers. I don't agree with you. I think the reason why I say Waddle's the better receiver, man, you know what I mean? Hudson and them don't win no game. They wasn't winning over there. He had a season full of stat games because he was motherfucking playing cleanup games. Niggas had their backups on the field by the third quarter. Bro, get your ass out of here. I'm killing you right now. Waddle,
people had their starters out there because they thought they were going to be able to go out there and run them Saints over. Next thing you know, it's bombs over Baghdad.
I mean, it's bombs over Baghdad when the score motherfucking 85 to motherfucking 30. Bombs over Baghdad. Fourth quarter.
What happened the first 3 quarters?
Oh my God! I played him during his 4,000-yard season. He went dummies on me too, so he was going dummies. We want to give a guy in his second season the best receiver in the league. We're doing that. We did it with Tay Goins.
Yeah, I couldn't pick up. No, yeah, I did. I couldn't pick up. Hold on.
And our score is now final.
Yeah.
Good
game, coach.
Giants prevail. Oh man, I got kicked out for
38-31.
Yeah, 38. Yeah.
So for the Giants, the win pushes their
you know what? We'll talk about this. All right, listen. Here's what I'm gonna do. All right, wifey's on lunch or dinner. I'm gonna holler at her. You ain't listen. Please don't say you sharing you 3-0 right now with the debates. It's bullshit. I'm really taking this personal.
Wifey's on lunch, right?
You're not. She on dinner right now.
I just lunched you.
Oh man, we out of here. I'll be back. We'll be back after these messages. How about that? I'm gonna tear your ass up. You think you getting this off? Hell no, I'm crazy as shit. And then you about to be ghost, so then I ain't gonna have my chance to argue back with you.
Go, fo.
Oh my God. Hold on. I'm here, fellas. Let me holler at Erica real fast. Hey.
You still on the show?
Nah, I think he cut it.
I know.
Oh, yeah, this shit, bro.
O'Hara has 6 pancakes.
That bullshit fumble killed the game, though, man.
Yeah, that fumble. I'm trying to count the turnovers because that fumble definitely was like, cause that's my extra 7. He was matched up all the way up until that point, basically.
I was going to at least go to the. I wasn't even going to try to put no more points up. I was just going to try to run a clock out till halftime. I was going to be cool with the 7-point lead.
Yeah, nah, that's how you could tell between me and you. That's how you could tell. she don't know what she's mad at. Like,
well, the fumble killed the first half, but that Malik Harrison pick, I think, really caught shit off guard.
Start doing it. Like, I know her.
Or the Adoree one, because the Adoree one went for a touchdown, for real.
Man, what I do know is
that's not even like your defense didn't even get a chance to play defense. You know what I'm saying?
The pain is real, but
had I don't score there, you might be able to hold me to 3.